What's going on, my people? Do me a favor, please. Check out DNKKnives.com next time you are looking for a knife to purchase, and you can use the coupon code behind the edge 10, one word, for 10% off and free shipping. Today, we're going to talk about something that's kind of been in my head past couple weeks, not couple weeks, but past week. It is an effect of something that happened to me that was 100% my own fault. But every action has a reaction, and I just thought it would be something I should talk about. Maybe don't have to talk about it, but I thought I would. So, just like a lot of you guys, I enjoy fidgeting with my knives. We enjoy knives, period, but I really enjoy fidgeting with my knives. I sit and watch TV, drive my wife crazy, or just walking up my driveway or whatever it is. I am finding myself a lot of time just fidgeting, and for about a week now, I have stopped doing that. For one main big giant reason, but I got to thinking, after something happened, these need to be respected for the danger that they can cause. So about a week ago, I was fidgeting with this knife right here. Now this knife has cut me 3 times. None of these other ones on the table have cut me at all. This particular one has gotten me 3 times. Once very superficial, once pretty bad right here. It actually bled for a couple days. If that sounds crazy, it's because I take blood thinners, and so it's harder for me to stop bleeding. Anyway, it's a very deep cut, and 100% my own fault. But the other day, I was just standing in my bathroom. Don't even remember what the hell I was doing, and I was flicking it out, open and shut, and I dropped it, and it landed open, heel first. I watched this. It was like watching it in slow motion. I watched it. It landed, bounced like a flipping basketball, and it poked me in the leg and then fell on the floor. Actually didn't even hurt. Barely felt it. Wasn't even a big deal. So I bent over to pick up the knife, and as I was raising up, I'm getting cold chills thinking about this. I had hit an artery, and the artery, and I had blood squirting out of my leg. I'm not trying to freak anybody out or be gross or anything. I apologize if anybody takes that way. Had blood actually squirting out of my leg, and so immediately I grabbed a towel, rag, something like that, and immediately covered it up, tried to put some pressure on it. My wife was in the bedroom. I called her in there to help me out, and first thing, immediately looked at me like I was an idiot. Second, she kind of freaked out. She said, "Are you all right?" And I said, "I really don't know." So I had her go grab I just held pressure on it, didn't even look at it, but I had an obscene amount of blood on my leg and in the floor. So she went and got my kit from my go bag that I keep in the truck, and I keep these. It's a quick clot, and I really truly believe that this might have possibly saved my life. Having the quick reaction of my wife, and anyway, I had this, and thank God I did. I didn't need all the things that's in the bag. There's a lot of cool stuff in here that is important. I'm not going to get into it, but you should look into these. These are awesome to have, but it has a quick clot it's a gauze. It's real thick, and it is quite thick, and it has a substance material in it that helps clot blood. Because if I would not have had that, I am not 100% sure I would have made it to the hospital, which I did go to. And I did hit that main artery. Actually, it was just a spot on. Like, it couldn't have got any. It was freakish. It couldn't have got any any worse spot, really. Anyway, so the reason I'm telling this story is because I am truly, and as sad as it is to say, I really am going to probably, I'm stopping fidgeting with my knives. Now, it's something I enjoy, but I do it so much now without even thinking about it. And that's called comfort, and that is being complacent, because under no circumstance should these things be treated any differently than a dangerous tool. It is a tool, but it can also be quite dangerous, just like a pistol. You're not sitting around fidgeting with that all day while you're watching TV. I know they are different, quite different, but I'm going to start looking at it that way, because although tragedy was averted, man, that could have been a lot worse. I live 25 minutes from the nearest hospital, 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. If I'm lucky, I can get there in 25. And I drove myself. My wife did go with me. I wouldn't let her drive. I put this pack on, and I wrapped my legs super, super tight, so my leg was it was asleep by the time I got there. But I always look at it like, what if I wouldn't have had this, or a tourniquet, which I did have, and that's what I used. But there's a lot of people out there that don't have 2 days worth of food in their cabinets, much less being prepared for stuff like this. And I'm not a prepper by any stretch, but I do have quite a bit of prepped items, just in case, and thankfully I did. But I guess it's kind of a reminder to respect these for the tool they are, the engineering that goes behind them, the awesomeness of them, but also respect them, that they can hurt you, and quite easily. This one has got me 3 times. I will no longer use this to fidget with whatsoever in any way. That one there is just, I don't know if it just doesn't like me or what. But the days of me sitting in my chair, or even walking around doing this, are now clearly over. And it's just a good idea to respect the knives for what they are, and what they can do, and what they can be. Which is sad, because I really enjoy manipulating them quite a lot. Now, obviously, I'm going to continue to collect them, use them. I will not shy away from them whatsoever. I'm just going to choose to respect the damn thing, because it was a medical emergency for sure, but it could have been a lot worse, and it could have and it kind of woke me up a little bit, as things like this do to people. Wake up calls are something that everybody goes through, and make you think about things that are uncomfortable to think about. But just be careful. Everybody should know that, and everybody, I'm sure, does. Be careful. But I got really complacent, and really, really comfortable, and just it could bite you. Anyway, that's all I got on this one. I know this is kind of a weird impromptu video, and my thumbnail's probably going to be kind of clickbaity, but I just want to kind of remind everybody that these can be quite dangerous, and they should be respected, for sure. Use with care. Be careful. Don't be an idiot like I was and just drop it. Like, I couldn't believe I did that. Dropped it right on the floor. It hit my hardwood floor, and I swear it bounced like a fucking basketball. It was wild, and I watched it happen, plain as day, in what felt like slow motion. I moved. I did try to avert it. I didn't just stand there like an idiot, because I was also wearing flip-flops, like you do, but like a savage. But anyway, it bounced. I moved, and the spot that I moved my leg to just happened to be the perfect spot for this to hit my artery. So anyway, that's all I got. Make sure you're good to each other, love each other, and remember life is too short to cut your fucking leg off in your bathroom. Later.